Alright, hello guys. So today we're going over up to chapter 7. Now since it's been a few days, don't think everybody will really complain about spoilers or so unless you still haven't really caught up. But we finally got Alpha's demonic transformation and who the mastermind is, which I'll get to into a moment. Not first off, of course, going through Alpha's demonic transformation. So this is pretty much after Alexia had sniped Alpha from behind after she said who the mastermind is, which I believe is suspicious of Alexia and Freya working together in my opinion. As Alpha says here, how she can feel her death, even though she doesn't know if she was beheaded or not. It was probably a stage or something between Freya and Alexia. And then we hit into the reality of the situation of how much Alpha has really suffered. I mean, she did collapse earlier on in this chapter, but no matter I really thought of it, of how much she suffered hyper carrying Apocrypha for so long. All this pain, suffering, and death. Which really is something. The Alpha did use the mastermind and is still confident about it here, in which it seems her guess was correct later on. And just as I figured, running into the mastermind would trigger Alpha's demonic transformation. Though we'll hear more about that from the mastermind's POV a little later. And Alpha let out a huge ass scream that my ears can't take it. And twice, by the way. But yeah, my head also hurts, even though after chapter 7 ends. You probably deserve a volume warning. Should I give you that, to be honest? And even after transforming for real this time, she still tries to hold on to the last of her sanity. Luckily, she does manage to get away to prevent everybody from dying off. But unlike in chapter 6, she does actually lose her form in this time. The severity of the situation is too much. And now we get into who the real mastermind is. The 7 chapters deep, man. It makes my blood boil. So over here, everybody did pick up that Alpha had disappeared and suspected that she had transformed into a demon, which as you just saw is correct. As they flash back on the Glefnir item Freya showed them earlier.
歴史では戦いの最中にむしろ組織はディアボロス討伐をディアボロスそうですね。だからオリビエはディアボロスを倒したフレイヤさんが後にミドガルを起こした人物として歴史でも語られていること。なるほど。ではむしろだけどそれでも隠蔽されている。はい。そして歴史では適合者たちの命も
So yeah, this Glyphonier item, or however it's pronounced, it's pretty much what's supposed to be used to defeat Diablos. I guess it was used in the original timeline, and it should be used in this timeline. However, everybody picks up something suspicious.
私たちの感覚からすれば、オリビアさんたちからしたら、たまったも私たちからすれば、七影の仲間を生贄待って。そうなると、
Yeah, something doesn't add up.
けど、私たちがやってきたこの世界では、だけど、見せてもらったフレイヤの杖は、これが我が組織の対ディアボロスの切り札。かのものを封印すこのアーティファクトを用いれば凄まじい魔力量。魔力見て、アルファ様が倒れられた時おっしゃっていました。死んだり行方不明か。ではなぜでしょうか。逆に言えばその直前までは同じで。はい。つまりはけどゼータ書庫で見たというグレープに魔力の最も効率的な供給。
And here, a key word is the most efficient.
効率的な供給。他にもその条件って何？吸血鬼や撃墜音が借りましたね。だけどそれで代用できる手。けどだったらそれ。
And they figured it out once again.
魔人化。そう、魔人化には魔力が抜けていく感覚がありました。その代わりに
So this magic draining is how Glyphner gets its magic filled, I see. And this dark murky magic must be from Glyphner itself or something, which will explain why they get stronger, but also go berserk.
自分ではない自分の欲求に全身を乗っ取られる感覚。不快な魔力でしたね。今まで代わりに本来何よ魔人化した私たちは今回の歴史では魔人化はある意味これまでの自分なんだか見えて
And like this, they ended up finding out the reason behind Alpha's disappearance and the Mastermind, which is pretty inhumane. The Mastermind is, and it's the same person who Alpha suspected of right before she got eaten. Then the culprit comes out, looking literally ruining Apocrypha for everyone. And over here trying to. So realistically, instead of trying to destroy Diablos, she was trying to destroy Shadow Garden instead. Trying to get rid of Alpha by not only killing her, but by demonizing her. Mostly because of her stupid inferiority complex which she has about Alexia. But as you can see right here, so far they don't have Shadow from like chapter 1. I know in chapter 7 they lost Alpha, so they pretty much lost both members of the founding duo, but it's still, I mean, Alpha is just that good of a leader. Shadow Garden is literally still operating without its head. So yeah, it's just a moving body at this point, but so we can still figure out who the real culprit is. Maybe she'll try taking away the hands and legs instead, Freya.
アルファ様、どうしたあなたたちの推察通りです。魔人化して本当はディアボロスをだけど、アルファは私の正体にたどり着いてしまう。
And because of what she just last said, I suspect that the attack from Alexia was actually not really from her own POV, but our unison, since well, Alexia did want to kill Alpha for some reason. just get her own fight with Olivia
喧嘩したの
and Freya having her own inferiority
そういう
complex.
まさかそうよフレイヤこそが全ての元凶黒幕
And this shocks even Lily and Olivia. Who knows if Freya can even be trusted right now? Me personally, I
アルファ
don't.
様に何をしたの確かにアルファ様に
Anyway, Epsilon realizes the severity of the situation and she can even make Alpha snap.
魔人化するだとよほどのことがあったはずよ時間を戻してもアルファは記憶を受け継いでいます
Though I wonder what about this. When she says this,
沈黙させる必要
does that mean that Freya's been pretending to not remember them the entire time? I mean, if she's the mastermind, she should remember not only Alpha, but she should remember them as well.
本当は一度前のループで
And then when she says this, I believe it's definitely a sneak attack. Just like what Alexia did. Or maybe the Alexia attack was what she's talking about here, because yeah, there's no way she's beating Alpha in a 1v1, especially after she just beat Demon Rose in the same chapter. And this infuriates Beta, and infuriates me, of course.
落ち着いてベータ殺すのはいつでもできだから私はアルファをどうやったらこれです
And then here, after this store to the clock hand. That's pretty much why the title is there. As you can see, Pocket Watch looks pretty broken.
不可逆の時を遡りしそんな壊れて
It's broken. It's distorted clock
アル
hand.
ファとリリが死んだ歴史を消し去ったのを最後にアルファこれを
And then over here,
私は
we come back over to Demon Alpha's POV.
こんなシャドウの消えた無意味
And
な
we get her peak design at the same time.
あなたの未練を断ち切るのには私にはあなたとの
It really does look peak, so I can't wait for her in-game unit too.
だから全部
And then of course,
端から
since she's berserk, of course, she then decides to pretty much destroy everything. After all, if everything is in vain from chapter 1 to 7,
私
why not just destroy it all? Me personally, I just agree with Alpha at this point. After being put through so much suffering, destruction is destruction either way.
父影と共に
So I just have to see what chapter 8 does going forward.
じゃあシャドウ様ははいシャドウガーデン
And after this, we get a cutscene, but I won't be going to that.
地獄の底まで
But however, chapter 8, as you can see here, is the true final chapter. So I guess that just makes this a key chapter or something. But yeah, it really is something else. That Freya was the mastermind all the time. This over here, I'm pretty suspicious of her. Like, there's no way. Like, I mean, if you sneak attack her or something, I guess it's possible. But in a real, actual, fair 1v1, yeah. Alexia or Freya's getting clapped, or Alpha will survive somehow. But definitely if it's a sneak attacker. Which just leads me to believe they are working over here together. So it does kind of add up, really. Seeing how Alpha transformed back in chapter 1, then said she had felt something similar in chapter 6, then finally snapped at chapter 7. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. However, I did already make a video about the free Apocrypha character you can get, so I'll upload that after this video. And not only that, but there's this thing I'll make a video about, which seems pretty interesting. And as you see, there's labeled it as important about future updates and balance adjustments. So I guess the guys are realizing that the party really is insane or something. That's a whole lot of stuff. I'll just make another video on it. As well, as you have noticed since I've been delving into the Apocrypha story, I haven't made a summoner skip video about any of the current banners as yet. But do know that this one's just 100% skip. Like, this ain't even worth the effort, bro. That's the biggest scam either. No character on here is individually worth trying for. Others I'll make a video for, but yeah, this is just 0%. The street is as a banner where everything is a paid banner as usual. Of course, you can wait for Epson to drop if you can use this or not, or you might have used it for Victoria already. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for this video, and I'll see ya in the next one. And again, when chapter 8 comes, man, Freya, how you and Alex mess up this bad. If you guys haven't been living under a rock, you guys know that there's a huge amount of Alexia hate going on right now. So yeah.